It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Buccaneers and the Dirty Birds on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Set for a good matchup in the NFC South, so glad you were with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is a division you know a lot about, and the rivalries within this division always kind of gives you a good game when it's NFC South against NFC South.
Yeah, this is a division, Mike, that I've lived in for a long time in my career, and at one point, you can make the argument that it was the best division in football. But right now, it's the quarterback uncertainty. Do we have the quarterback of our future? Did we just draft one? Did we just sign one? What does that look like? 2 of the 4 teams, brand new coaches taking over control to start this season. No division won fewer games last season. We've got a lot of work to do before this division can hold a candle to some of the others we see throughout the NFL.
Ray McLeod on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
Ever since he was drafted in the 4th round, all this guy has done is continue to surpass all expectations. And Mike, this isn't some physical specimen like we see throughout the league who has all these unique physical attributes. But he is about as consistent and even keel as the quarterback position gets. And it doesn't hurt that he is a beloved figure in every locker room he finds himself in. They know with this guy behind center, they have a shot to win every single game he plays. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll get this to Pitts once more. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Drake London was the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Atlanta.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate through the passing game. They've essentially ignored the ground game up until this point. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find them
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Throwing now, Cousins. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka maneuvering in there to bring his man down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster Trey Palmer. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year two, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
One thing about this guy is he epitomizes the word resiliency. After a promising start to his NFL career, he hit a major wall. I mean, he was essentially, Mike, discarded by the entire league to the point where many felt he was destined to just be a career backup. However, once he got that second chance, he took it and ran with it. Now that his career is back on track, he's tasked with leading this team to many more victories, and if he plays up to that standard, he's going to give him a legitimate shot.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
Here's a 2nd and 9. One of the tight ends in motion right. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Baker going to hand it to White. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They send Evans in motion. A 2nd down throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Two choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Avery Williams on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter. But that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. At their own 29-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He finds his tight end, Keith. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's a give up the middle with White. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 2. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Call it a gain of 13. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll motion a tight end right. A short one there to Otten. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. One of the tight ends motions right. Here's Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's 2nd and 9. They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To throw is Mayfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. It's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Well, Falcons offense ready to get back at it. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. A first down throw for Cousins. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On first down, Cousins. Short throw taken by Pitts. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Cousins now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
What work after the catch. That one picks up 29 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Cousins now to throw on first down. That's the tight end, Pitts.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Play action now. It's Cousins. He's got it at about the 8, and he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick-6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick-6.
On is Koo for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. Ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Baker to throw. This one complete to Palmer. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He connects with Palmer on that one. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Third and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Falcons offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he'll get this one up to the 19-yard line. A 1st down on a gain of 11. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. For the Falcons in the first half, they were led by their quarterback, the veteran Kirk Cousins. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On the give, it's White. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here comes Otten in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
On first down is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with White. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. Don't get that often during the season. First play of the drive picks up 29 yards.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. Immediately back in the attack mode, continuing to take the fight to the defense. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Off the play fake, here's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. And they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, Cousins. He'll get this to McLeod. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. To throw is Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. And the Falcons are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4. 14 yards on the pickup there. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Now, Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That'll be caught by McLeod. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Bucs offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first and 10, here's Baker. This one complete to Palmer. enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Here we go. Third and a yard. They'll run. They're going to get the conversion here on third down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They send Godwin in motion. Now Mayfield. A short one there to Otten.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side to Godwin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, Baker. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest...
And he will get into the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that first down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Now on 2nd and long. Throwing now, Cousins. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Play action now. It's Cousins. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's first down. Here we go. One final play. Looking downfield for Otten. And he's got it. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. And the kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.